if there was a tough game to call this round, the Sea Eagles versus the Warriors is definitely up there. The Sea Eagles are wildly unpredictable at best, and the Warriors, you might as well play the lotto instead, trying to tip a Warriors either way, because they are just so they're so wildly unpredictable in 2020. Every time you think, oh, that's it, they're going to hit a bad patch of form at this point, they do something wild like run the Roosters close, or just pull off a shock win against the Tigers last week. I mean, how do you back against the Warriors at this point? But against my better judgment, that is exactly what I'm doing this week, as I am going to go with the Sea Eagles. It's one of those things where I think if there's any games that you do leave off your multi this week, this is definitely one of them. Just because don't never put your Warriors for or against in a multi, because you don't know which Warriors side's going to show up. The Sea Eagles bring Cade Coast back into the 6. The Warriors also undergoing a slight spiral change as Blake Green leaves, and we will talk about him a little bit later and his new employers. And Chanel Harris-Tavita now looks like their long-term 7.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't expecting Blake Green to leave this week. So it was interesting to see that pop up on my newsfeed when I woke up this morning. Look, I'm going the Sea Eagles too. It's not impossible to back the Warriors, but I feel more confident in the Sea Eagles attack knowing that Cade Cust is there. It's really unfortunate for Dylan Walker with the injury trouble that he's had with his foot. It's starting to become a bit of a reoccurring issue here, and hopefully he's able to fix that up for a potential finals berth this year. And I do recognise that Tavina Funa is a little out of position playing centre instead of wing. That being said, the attack looks a lot better with Cade Cust in the 6 than it does with Dylan Walker. Not Jake. Tom Trbojevic potentially could be back in a week or two if the estimates are right. So there's that to look forward to. But that means that Brendan Elliott's going to have to try and give a performance that will cement his spot when Trbojevic comes back, because otherwise there's a chance that Funa stays in the centre and Elliott drops. Look, it's tough. I want to say the Warriors because I have Eli Katoa and Tohu Harris in my Supercoach side, and they've been performing lights out the last couple of weeks. But it's hard at Brookvale to go. I said this last week. We saw what the Panthers did. It's hard at Brookvale to go against a Manly side who always get up after getting thumped the week before, especially in front of their home fans on the hill. In terms of bets, I can't really recommend going either way. It could be a blowout. It may not be. I will say, though, that in the last 5 games that these two teams have played, they have gone over the line, which is currently at 36.5. So my suggested bet is over 36.5 for total match points. I'm going to go with some cheeky value here for anytime try scorer. He's due a try. He's going to want to prove Des Hasler wrong for dropping him last week. So I'm going for Cade Cust as an anytime try scorer at 375 for Manly as well. The Warriors tend to give a half pairing a good chance every week, and I think Daly will quite happily send Cade Cust through with a cheeky little grubber on that left side. So don't be surprised at that.
Why have you done this to me? So it appears that we have done the same line of research, and you've now. So in the last game, I stole your thunder, and in this one, you steal mine. Thank you very much, Mr. Luke Jobson. I looked into the last 5 meetings as well, and all of them have ran, well, all except one, which was their last meeting, which was 24-16. So they have all ran for 40 points or more. So I am going to take that line. I call your line, and I raise you a 39.5 on the over. So I'm going to go with that. I think that there's more value in it. I think they're two teams that do tend to have a slight defensive lapse from time to time, and that does lead to tries. I am also going to say either team 1-12, just because there's been some history of close games. I mean, 24-16, the last one. Manly winning the one before that, 46-12. The Warriors, the one after, 34-14. But then you're back to some close games back around 2018 mark, 22-21, 26-22. So based on how the Sea Eagles are travelling right now and how close a lot of their games have been, I'm going to say either team 1-12. I do lean towards Manly, but I do know that the Warriors have that dogged ability to just turn up and ruin your tips for the week. So I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go either team 1-12 with an over 39.5 for total match points.
All right. So if you multi-mine together, over 36.5 cust anytime, you're getting 575. Matthew, I can't multi yours because you've said either team 1-12, and Sportsbet does not offer that. But over 38.5 is 216. There's no over 39.5 offered, so that's what I'm giving you. Either team 1-12 is $1.91.
Okay then. And with that, then we will move on to the next one.